Hi, you probably click on this video because you want to improve in the game Anime Dimensions. Or you just clicked on it because you like my videos, but I think the former one is the most likely option. Maybe you want to be able to kill a raid boss, or maybe you want to speedrun a dimension as fast as you can. Either way, I think you'll learn something that you didn't know no matter how long you've been playing. Doesn't matter if you're a top player or if you just started playing the game. You'll probably learn something that you didn't know, and that will help you improve at Anime Dimensions. Oh, and also, I am making a Noob Pro series currently. You can check that out on my channel, and it will help you to improve at the game if you're a starter as well. And I'm also making a giveaway at 15,000 subscribers. I'm really close, so please help me make that goal, and let's just get into the video. Number 1. Use characters that are good at everything at the start. A lot of characters have specific uses. For an example, the well-known Dimension Clearer Kokushibo. He's very good in dimensions, and he's not as good in raids. If we have another example, Gojo, who's a very good boss killer, but he's not very good in dimensions. You want to have a character that's good in both aspects, so you can save your gems and save your boss rush tokens and raid tokens as well, so you don't have to buy two different characters. This especially goes to starters who are just starting out. Number 2. Don't buy stuff that you can get for free. Some stuff you can get for free, and I mean like drops that you can get as a rare drop in, for example, a dimension. This Titan dimension I can get Sakura, for example. That means that you should not buy characters like Sakura, and you can check everything and what you can get in every dimension. Don't buy these, generally. Number 3. Use all codes and continue to do so. There are a bunch of codes most of the time. They're slowing down now because the game isn't as popular and we don't unlock as many codes anymore. But all these codes give a lot of boosts they can get for free, literally just for free. So there's no reason not to use these. Number 4. Don't spend gems on traits. Traits are always good, and as you can see here on Genosbit, for example, I have Vicious, and I can spend 100 gems or 400 gems to get a 100% legendary spin. Now, legendary spins or legendary traits are what you want. And it's really rare to get it just spending with the blue tokens, as it's 2%. But it's not worth it doing it for 400 gems. Sure, it might take a lot of blue tokens, but as long as you do speed raids and a few infinites perhaps, then it's not going to be that hard, actually. Number 5. Don't spend gems or raid tokens on boss rush tickets. Boss rush is really good to do, but doing the daily ones are more worth it than actually buying any of these tickets. You can also get them for free as a drop in Infinite and Raid, which is where you will get these tickets most of the time, and don't buy these. Number 6. Don't buy cards or accessories in Boss Rush Stop. Now, if we go back to the Boss Rush Stop again, you can see that you can buy an accessory and a card. Don't buy these are not worth it. Try to buy the characters instead. Number 7. Don't buy costumes unless it's Kana. Costumes obviously don't help you in game, so costumes, you usually don't buy them unless you really want to play as your favorite character. There is one costume that you can buy that actually is fine, and those are the Kana skins. So let me find this Kana skin that you can always buy. This is a Kana skin that you can buy that is unlimited. This skin is classified as a short skin. Short skins are always good to buy because you can dash further with them. Number 8. Don't open random capsules. Pets are really good, but make sure to not buy random things because these are really expensive. As you can see, in these raid capsules, there's a 0.8% chance to get one, and then there's a 15,000 raid token gap between you from 0 and Mythical Pity at Guaranteed Mythic. And don't open these unless you can get it guaranteed. Because think about this, if you have 91 out of 100 and they go off, like the limited time is gone, you won't get them ever, and you wasted a lot of tokens on not even getting them the mythic. Also, random ones, these, like, unless they're good, you can check if they're good before you actually get them from someone else. Kurumi is the best, so yeah. Number 9. Do your dailies and weekly quests as they help you with the battle pass. This might sound like an obvious, but it's actually really worth it. Doing dailies are actually a really good way to get gems as well, very easy, and a pet capsule. Weeklies give you a lot of gems as well, but the reason why you want to do this is because of the EXP you get from the battle pass, and these rewards are really good, especially if you buy the battle pass. It's really good, it's really worth your Robux if you get all the way to 30, and you want to get all the way to 30, so do your quests. Number 10. Don't play raids that you already have the character of. Yes, you do have this 100% damage buff, but it isn't enough for you to not play the other raids. If you have a character already, then you don't want to play that raid anymore because you can't get a rare drop that's good. If you do get a rare drop of the character again, you get a duplicate of 100 raid tokens, which isn't good enough. You'd rather have that drop be an actual character in another raid and save you 3,600 tokens. So you actually don't want to utilize that 100% damage buff because it doesn't actually give you that many more rewards because it's 100% more damage, not 100% more rewards. Number 11. Subsets are everything. Let's talk about what subsets are first. Subsets are something you can get on your cards and accessory and pets, and these are basically like extra percentages that can boost your substats here. You have your main stats and you have your substats. Main stats is what you get from every card basically. Substats you get 5 of and mythical ones. The good ones are the ones that affect your damage, so it's cooldown reduction, critical chance, attack, critical damage, and assist cooldown reduction. The best being orange, then blue, and then grey. You obviously want to have orange ones, but that isn't the main thing. Subsets are everything because you want to have a lot of subsets. The difference between a good level 113 and a bad level 113 are the substats, because every main stat is the same, of the same level, of the same rarity basically. So why do I get 6.6 billion damage for example, while you get, I don't know, like 1 billion damage even though we have the same level cards? It's because of my substats being better. So basically on a card you want these 4 substats: cooldown reduction, critical chance, attack, and critical damage. And then as a side effect you can also have assist cooldown reduction, but this isn't the best one. This is just better than the other ones, but keep these 4 as a priority, this one as like a side note. So if a card had an orange critical chance and an orange critical damage, that would be better than a card that had a grey critical chance, grey critical damage, and a grey assist cooldown reduction, for example. Even though one card had 3 subsets that are good and the other had 2, the one with 2 had really high percentages, because the percentages are basically from a different value, and the one with 3 subsets, sure it's at 3 subsets but they are grey, and assist cooldown reduction isn't that important. The thing is, if you have 3 grey ones like attack, critical chance, and critical damage, then that's going to be better than 2 orange ones. I can't say in general what's better than what, but you just have to, you can check in testing what deals the most damage with your moves. You can easily go into character testing and check everything out. Number 12. Get a level 50 Kermi or Nightmare pet. To go back what I said with pets before, the best pet in the game is Kermi. And you can get this pet from the raid capsule, just regular raid capsule, and there's a 0.4% chance to get it, and pity is 100. You can also get this aqua pet, which is the worst mythic pet in the game. So it's a gamble. You either get the best mythical pets or the worst mythical pets at 100 pity. You can also get it by luck, but yeah, it is actually still worth it to gamble for Kermi, because you can still get other good pets like Levi. Levi is one of the best legendary pets. It's also, simultaneously, if you have extra gems, you can try to go for the Astolfo pets, because Astolfo pets is the best legendary pet. So if you have Astolfo pets, it's definitely worth to gamble for Kermi, because Kermi is going to help you so much, and Kermi is the best pet in the game by far. Number 13. Get a maneuver gear for raids, boss rush and speed raids, and get a mantle for everything else. Now we've talked about cards and pets, let's talk about accessories. The best accessory for dimensions and basically time challenge and infinite and everything is basically the Sun God's mantle. Now, Sun God's Mantle main stat is 10% cooldown reduction, and it's the best. It's just so good, so high cooldown reduction, literally. And the best for raids, boss rush and speed raids is the maneuver gear, also tied with the Devil Wings because they have the same main stat. And this is because it's 15% boss damage, really high boss damage. Now keep in mind that the important thing is still the substats. So for example, even though these are the best ones, this accessory, the Sword of the Sun, even though it's not the best, it still might be better than your Sun God's Mantle because of the substat being better. So keep that in mind, that keep the main substat as like another substat, just slightly better than one substat, except for like Glacial Wings that gives you critical damage for 70%, which is less than one substat most of the time. Number 14. Don't buy any cards until you're max level. Despite what everyone says, it's not that bad to buy mythical cards, because you still get a good main stat. The thing is, you should not buy it if you're not above the highest dimension. Currently that's Slime Dimension Nightmare, which is level 113, because otherwise you're gonna have to replace that card with a new card very soon. Number 15. Level up your cards using gold. All of you guys probably know this, but you can level up your cards with gold. As you can see here, I can level it up. And yeah, the main stat is going to increase and increase, getting better and better as you upgrade it. As you can see here, this is a level 106 card upgraded to level 25 at 12,000 main attack. This is not upgraded and at 9,700. You do get a lot of main stats from upgrading your cards. Number 16. With extra gems you got, you can buy stuff that you can't drop for free. So, I said that you shouldn't buy stuff that you can get for free, so you should buy stuff that you can't get for free, basically. This means like stuff that you can buy. You can buy pets with gems, which is really good. You can get a Stolfo. And you can also buy characters that are like a Bakugo, Saber, stuff that you can't get for free in any dimension or anywhere else. Number 17. Do your upgrades. It takes a very long time, but it's very good. You can, in one of these corners, you can see stat bonuses, and here you can see these things, and these gives you so many percentages for all your substats. The thing is, it's going to take a really long time for most of these, but it's really good. You get a lot of stuff from these, so it's really worth to do these. Number 18. If you struggle in a dimension, just play an infinite or time challenge. Let's take a scenario where you were level 20 and your friend carried you to level 120. Now, you only have level 20 cards, which you can't, you still get cards from the playthrough, but let's say that you only have level 20 cards and you're now level 120. Raids are so difficult, you can't get any damage, you can't kill boss rush, you can't do speed raid, they have too much health, you can't do your dimensions because they just have too much health. The fastest way to do this is to get level 113 cards first. You do that by playing, for example, Time Challenge or Infinite, because these give you cards like, and you don't have to be that good. The primary thing is probably going to be Infinite, because if you can't beat Dimensions, then you probably can't get a lot of kills in Time Challenge either. So Infinite doesn't scale with your level either way, so you can play Infinite and get better cards, and that way you can beat the Dimension. And you also don't have to beat any Dimension. You literally just get levels just by killing mobs, so you don't have to beat it either way. You just have to get to the next dimension. And once you level 113, then you're gonna try to get good stuff in raids anyway. You won't need to play dimensions anymore. Number 19. Do raids and speed raids every hour that you can. Even if you can't complete speed raids fast, and if you can't get a lot of rewards in raids, it's still good to do these. They give so many raid tokens combined and they accumulate fast. And getting enough raid tokens so you can get one of the best characters in the game, currently like Naruto, would be really helpful for you. If you had a really good character, that would help you through the gameplay so much. So doing raids and speed raids as every time you can is so good. Number 20. AFK while you're not playing. Obviously, not everyone can do this, but the best way to get the progress when you're not playing is obviously to AFK in the chamber here. Sure, you might not get a lot, but it's still gonna stack up if you do it for like a week. when you're sleeping, you're definitely gonna get enough to buy something that can help you, and it's actually really good. Doesn't matter if you AFK gems or raid tokens, both are really good as long as you know what to spend them on. Number 21. Don't buy shadow characters that aren't Shadow Monarch. Speed raid tokens are a pain to get, I know, but buying anything except for Shadow Monarch here is really a waste. Buying these characters, they aren't that good. The only one that I can say that is kinda good is like Shadow Esper and Shadow Shanks when he comes out, and maybe Shadow Tengen as well. The thing is, they're just not on the same level as Shadow Monarch, and it's not gonna take that much longer if you've already grinded for 2,700 tokens. Pets, sure, the pets are really good, but it's gonna take so much. It's gonna take so much. It's gonna take so much Robux to get these pets, and Kermie is still better than them. So yeah. Number 22. Play with the worst characters in Speed Raid first, because it gets harder and harder every new character. When you're playing Speed Raid, after every time you beat it, it gets harder and harder. Which is why you should start with your worst characters, so when it gets harder you can use better and better characters. So I would go from bottom to up, unless you have like a shadow character, which is going to be quite low down for some reason. But yeah, go from the bottom to the top, because this gets harder and harder, which you can equalize by just using better and better characters. Number 23. Get Vicious Legendary on Raid characters and Speedster Legendary on Dimension characters. Do you guys remember what I had on my Boss Killer and my Dimension Clearer, Kokushibo and Gojo? Okay, so I'll show you. Kokushibo, as I said, was a Dimension Clearer, so I have Speedster on him. Speedster Legendary is the best raid to get on Dimension characters. And on Gojo, I had a different raid. It's Vicious. Vicious eats the best traits for raid boss killers, basically. So have Vicious on raid, or basically boss killers, and Speedster on Dimension Clearers. Number 24. Use assists that affect your substats. Assists don't actually deal that much damage. They're just as strong as these moves with much longer cooldowns. That's why using assists that affect your actual stats are the best. I'm implying Shadow Monarch, that gives you 25% crit rates, and then also the Awakening characters that also give you an Awakening bonus. So these assists are just the best ones. And last off, number 25. Don't buy possible drops in raids. Lastly, I just want to say that you shouldn't buy stuff that you can get as drops in raids. Now, basically, let's see Shanks raid. Shanks raid, you can get Shanks and you can get the Emperor's Cloak. Don't buy any of these. Don't buy Shanks character, Shanks accessory. You only buy him if, for example, Shanks goes away really soon and you still haven't gotten him as a drop. Then you can buy him. But if you remember, you don't really play the Shanks raid anymore if you buy Shanks. Or if you get Shanks, you should play another raid. So buying Shanks would just mean that you don't play his raid anymore, but that's just a waste. You can still just play his raid while he's there. So buy Shanks only if you haven't dropped him by the time he's right about to go away, and every time a raid character is about to go away, it says, for example here, Shanks raid and Shrine costumes will be removed on October 10th. Now for you guys who have stayed for the whole video, I am going to talk about what you can spend your raid tokens on, what you should spend your boss rush tokens on, what you should spend your gems on, and basically some general good to know stuff. Quickly, gems. Gems, you should try to get one good character first, and then you should try to go for Astolfo pets. So the Astolfo pet is basically in the shop, pets, and Captain Series 1. This is Astolfo. The one at the right. He's a really good pet, and that's the gem pet you want. So first, get a good character with gems, then just straight up go for Astolfo. Then you can buy more characters, but one character is enough. And the character you can get is, you have a lot of options. You don't need to get necessarily the best one. The best one would be like Misaka, Biribiri. Diablo is good, but you can get him for free, so I wouldn't recommend it. You can also get Genos, which is really good assist and main. Saber is a good assist, not that good of a main. You can you can get quite a lot of characters, but I would recommend Misaka. With boss rush tokens, I would 100% recommend you to get Kokushibo. Kokushibo is a really good character for assists and raids and dimensions, mainly for dimensions, but he's still viable in raids. If you already have a very good character for dimensions and you know you won't use him for dimensions because you have a better character, then you can buy Gilgamesh because he is the best assist out of these 4. If you have all characters, you can buy trees because the card is so expensive here. Raid tokens are very complicated. Yes, you shouldn't try to buy characters that you can get for free. For example, Naruto, you can drop in Naruto raid. So unless you really want Shanks right now, then don't buy him until the end. Shanks is going away really soon, so now would be a good time to buy him if you don't have him already. Otherwise, you can spend it on characters that you can't get for free. For example, Naruto 6 Paths. He's a really good assist and you can't get him anywhere else. Buying accessories is not that worth it. 2,500 tokens for not a guaranteed good accessory. Even if you buy like a maneuver gear, which is the best accessory for raids, you don't guarantee good substats. Same with cards, it's not the best. After you have good characters, you just want to continue to do raids to get the chance of getting card drops and accessory drops, but the one thing you want to spend your raid tokens on later is pets. It's a huge investment, you need a lot of raid tokens, but getting Kurumi is important. After that, after Kurumi, you don't really need anything else, you just have to continue to get good substats. A commonly asked question is how to get gems and raid tokens fast. Basically, you just have to continue grinding raids. Raids give you a lot of raid tokens and a lot of gems as well. Speed raid tokens, speed raids also give you a lot of gems and a lot of raid tokens. And that's the fastest way. The absolute fastest way to get these currencies are playing a raid, after that playing a speed raid, then AFKing in the AFK chamber until the next raid again. That cycle would give you the most amount of stuff in 1 hour. But yeah, I have a video on this, so you can check that out as well. But yeah, that's basically it. Those are the main tips I would give to starters and mid-game players to become endgame. Endgame players, you might not get a lot from this video, but mainly this is focused on those who want to become one of the better players. So I hope you enjoyed this video and see you on the next one.